Hey folks, this is Mustafa Ercan from Radar. In this video, I will try to explain how you can use Incoming Webhooks feature to automate your social media publishing. But before that, if it's your first time at here, please don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel so you can get notified when we publish new product training video. So, if you are ready, let's jump over the dashboard and check the all detail about Incoming Webhooks. To create an incoming webhook, you should navigate to Publishing 4.0 and Utilities, then switch the Incoming Webhooks tab. And in this area, you can create a new incoming webhook, and you can type a name for incoming webhook like test hook. And you can select default target services. You can select two services like scheduler and content pool. It means when you select a target service, when these incoming webhook receive a content, it will create content over these services. If you select scheduler, you should also select some social media profiles which these content will be published on. And if you just select content pool, it means the content will be created in your content pool. Right now I'm choosing both of them and choosing some social media profiles, let's say Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Okay. Then you can use some content filtering query. This query works like Google search queries. For example, you can exclude a word, let's say promote. It means when you put a minus before the word, it means if the content has these words, it will be not processed. Or you can exclude a URL path. For example, futures. It means when you put minus sites and type futures, if the content has a URL which contains features, it will be not processed. Also, you can select a default status for your content which will be created. You can select scheduled. It means it will be created as a scheduled, or you can select draft or pending approval. Also, you can overwrite incoming content caption and title when converting it a content or post inside the Radar. Just enable the content overwrite feature, and for example, you can say that let's use content variables. You can map the content title for the content caption. And also you can add chain comments, and you can map the content caption as a chain comment. It means when these webhook receive a content and creating on these services, it will change the caption with the incoming content title. And also it will put incoming content caption into first comment. It means you can map your variables when receiving the incoming webhooks. Also, you can expand the advanced settings, and you can choose this content will be assigned to one of your teammates, let's say me. And also you can select some labels like blog post, or don't shorten URLs, or shorten URL with one of custom domains. It's going like that. It means you can set up some advanced settings options for your incoming content. Right now we are ready, and we can create this incoming with webhook. You can create it as a disabled, or you can create it as a enabled. I'm clicking the enabled, and as you can see, the test hook created in your dashboard, and it has a key. You can use this key for other platforms, or it has a directly incoming webhook URL, which you can post your payload to this URL. If you click one of these, it will be copied to clipboard, and you can track the total request count in here and last request date in here. And if you like, you can easily disable this webhook for temporarily, or you can enable it. And also don't forget that you can always edit these incoming webhook settings by clicking the edit button. Or you can delete it. Also, you can track the incoming request queue. For example, you can see the received request in here and process request in here. Also, you can find the payload format under the test request, as you can see in here. And you can send a test request by clicking the send button. And for example, I'm switching to received request, and as you can see, the test request already received, but it's not processed because we sent debug through. It's mean when you send debug through with your payload, it will be received, but it will not be processed. These are the basics with incoming webhooks. Let's jump over the Postman and check the detail about the payload formats. Yes, after creating your incoming webhook, you can make some tests via Postman or any other tool. Please don't forget to send debug through when you are making some test requests. And as I mentioned, you can find the detailed payload formats in the test request tab. As you can see, you can send a lot of parameters like type of content, title, caption, also variation for platforms in these formats. And you can send chain comments like first comment and second comment, and you can send your media like single image, multiple image, or URL. Also, you can send custom variables, and you can use these variables with content variables formats. And if you want to schedule these post, you can send a publish at date. It means this content will be scheduled for this day. Also, you can overwrite the status of this content and target services. You can overwrite the target services. But we tried to create a flexible payload format. Let me explain what I mean. Just duplicate this tab and body, and yes. For example, it's enough to send just caption. Let's say you can just send caption. And the radar will understand it's a text, just a text, and only has a caption. Or you can add your title. And click to send. As you can see, the title came here. Or you can add a medium, for example, just an URL. This time radar will understand that it's a link and it's convert to proper payload formats. If you want to send multiple images, for example, let's say, just copy here the URL, okay, this one, and let's say this one. Okay, and if you send medias prop like this, just putting a URL array. As you can see, the radar understand that there is multiple images. But if you want to add more detail for your file, for example alt text, then you should send in this format. Let's say sorry. Yes, this format. And when you send, there's a okay, this yeah. As you can see, right now we were able to send alt text for this image. It's same for comments. Let's say comments. You can just send a first comment, my first comments, like this. As you can see, it's already converted to proper payload, or you can send multiple comments. Like this. As you can see, first comment and second comment. I mean, I'm trying to say that we tried to create a very flexible payload format, but you can find the whole format which you can use in the test request tab under your incoming webhook. Yeah, these are the basics about incoming webhooks, but you can do a lot of things by using incoming webhooks. I hope you enjoyed with this video, and I hope you can take benefit of this feature. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye.